No, it's not about my child. But why would they escort me out of a public office when I'm trying to film a story? No, well, I'm not gonna leave because he said he was gonna call security, and I don't want to make it seem like I'm running. Well, there we have it, people. Yeah, Big Bang doesn't understand too much. Or Big Bang is working here, right? Well, while I'm waiting for security, I'll ask for a public records request over here.
Who's gonna stay with you?
Hey, how are you? Yeah, how do I get a public records request for your
I
office?
think you go downstairs to the third floor in the clerk's office.
And
They keep
all
all the records.
their FOIAs go through them?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. No, I'm an independent journalist, and I'm just practicing my First Amendment rights, and I'm doing a film for a story of public interest.
Okay.
And I'd like to know what you guys
Are you
do.
filming right now?
Yeah, we're in a public building. I'd like to know, like, what do you guys do here in public services?
Oh, well, this is the agency that's over different departments. We're over libraries, parks, senior services, and the UGA extension.
What is the UGA extension?
They work with, they're over the 4-H program. that helps-
Oh, for kids.
Yeah. And
Oh,
they
yeah.
teach them agriculture and how to plant and grow things and things like that.
Do they do anything with the Boy Scouts, or just does 4-H, is that for girls only?
No, it's regular, all kids, youth. I think it's 16 and under.
Yeah, I know there was that's big in farm areas.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sir, she can't help you with the issues that you have.
Well, then I'm doing something completely different.
Do you have anything you help you with?
I just gave him some general information. I think he's.
Yeah, I'm just getting some general information.
Okay.
But thank you.
Yep.
No, that was the head of public safety. He's the top guy for everything.
Yeah.
I went down to the sheriff's office. I was recording in the courthouse over there. And
You can record in the courthouse?
yes, you can. Supreme Court, the Supreme Court of Georgia ruled, and it's rule number 22. You can look it up on your computer. It gives the guidelines to how you can record in the courtroom and a courthouse. Now, in the courtroom, you have to have permission for a judicial proceeding. But in the courthouse, you're absolutely allowed to record. It's a public space, and the case is Smith versus Cummings. It's an actual case on the records that actually shows that yes, you are allowed to record in all public spaces. And the sheriff over there actually escorted me out and told me I was breaking the law. I later went back a week later, and I filed a complaint on the sheriff, and I went into the courthouse and I filmed, and they couldn't stop me because I wasn't breaking any law, and I wasn't doing anything wrong but asking questions and trying to report a crime. Just like the Public Services Agency, a few months ago I was here, and the sheriff told me I had to leave.
Oh, okay. I remember that.
Yeah, but I didn't have to because this is not a private office. This is a public office.
Yeah, but I think once your purpose has been met, you know.
No, actually, and see, and that's the whole thing. My purpose is I'm gathering information for a story of public interest, practicing my First Amendment rights. And I wasn't done with my story, and I'm not done with my story now. So it's, when you're done with your business, well, my business was not over, and my business is not over now. So that's a tricky way of kind of getting someone out of a public space. You know, it's a and you got to be careful because our country is going in a really bad direction. I mean, as a black person, you know the hell black people have had to put up with over the years. And you know, I always hold black officials to a higher standard when it comes to civil rights. I always do. Because when I come across, you know, an African American black person, I always think in the back of my mind, this person knows his civil rights better than most people. And I always take comfort in that. And what I've found out recently, that's not always the case. You can't take comfort in that. Because like Deputy Sheriff Wright over at the courthouse, he was black. And in the back of my head, I'm thinking, everything that these people, everything you guys have gone through, and you're doing this. He's telling me to sit down like a dog. And I'm thinking, this can't be right. This can't be right. This man...
He was wondering what your motives were for doing it. You were trying to trap somebody or...
No, and the thing is, I was very clear what the reason why I was at the DA's office. I was very, very clear on that. You know, I told him I'm here for this. And I told him the AG's office told me to come here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I had other offices telling me to come there. So my everything that I was doing was above board, and there was nothing shady, anything that would throw a flag. It was simply one man trying to take jurisdiction over another. No different than, you know, the slave owner trying to take jurisdiction over a slave. You can't do that. You can't. Everyone has to be treated equally under the law. You are no different from me. I am not above you. We are equal people. 100%. But we see the law enforcement agencies now not doing that. Not doing that.
I mean, in the courtroom or just like in the streets?
In the streets, I mean, you could go to YouTube and you can watch hundreds of thousands of videos of police violating people's rights.
Yeah.
And they should know better. It's like this guy told me here, the chief, he told me I had to leave. The new,
just came in here?
yeah, I didn't leave. I came here, I didn't leave the building. Why? Because I'm a free man and I'm practicing my First Amendment rights.
Yeah.
And what was his name?
The previous director, William Tanks.
William Tank. Oh yeah, he's on the door. Yeah. Is he here now or?
No, he retired
When did he retire?
in December, the end of the year.
Have they hired a new person yet?
No, not yet. They're still looking. I think. I don't know. They're not keeping me up to date, but yeah.
Well, it's your job to keep this place running. Excuse me.
Well, just the office.
So why don't they put you in there?
I know.
You're doing the work.
They can't give me the salary.
That's
I
insane.
think that has something to do with it.
I mean, if you're here doing this job alone, then you need to be in that chair over there and not in that chair.
I don't want the full responsibility that comes with that.
I know. There's a lot to do.
Yeah, it really is.
I mean, you have to deal with people like me too, you know.
But
But
people that are worse, people that are really have bad intentions. You know what I mean?
you
Those
know
are the
what?
people- Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, you do. And I can understand the caution of people.
Yes,
I completely understand.
yeah.
But like with me, you have the opportunity to talk to me. I sit down, I'm talking to you like a person, and I'm telling you what I'm doing. So there's no surprises here, you know.
Yeah, but I think people just, the way the world is now, I think everybody's just cautious. It's like, okay, you say you're doing one thing, but what are your motives? And I think that's, what it is, especially in a government facility, you really don't know what somebody has in mind, and they have to be careful.
I mean, but that means so. You just said the way the world is today. Think about that. That phrase. Think of how that phrase has been used to violate so many people,
Yeah,
to rip you of your freedoms.
yeah.
That phrase. I'm always very cautious when I hear certain word. Here's the deal.
Yeah,
That's a popular one.
yeah.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
Oh,
You know that one, right?
that's a good one.
Yeah. Now, I've done some. I did because I liked it. I did a little research on that particular phrase because a lot of you hear that coming from a lot of administrators and people of that nature. So I did a little research on that phrase, and
Which one is that?
I'm sorry you feel that way. So a lot of this phrase is taught. Okay, go ahead.
Public services, Grace speaking. Hey.